Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. Today here we have the Black Pearl. This is a frame I purchased about a month and a half ago from Amazon. And I saw a couple of frame reviews on it, but I looked around and I didn't see any actual builds out there. There's some flight videos of it also, but nothing really showcasing like the whole thing built and flight characteristics and such. So wanted to share it with you today. I bought this on Amazon for $39.99, and personally, I like Amazon because the 2 day shipping, and I'm already a Prime member. So seeing something like this on there was pretty cool. Can get replacement arms there too, and cheap enough to just buy a whole new frame if I need to, and not have to wait a month for it. But this here, I just flew this earlier outside. We will get some footage for you guys at the end. But I just want to showcase here. Let's go over just some of the frame. It's all very nice carbon fiber. The edges are chamfered here. And these are 5.5 millimeter thick arms, which is pretty beefy. Now I've hit concrete block with this sidewalk cement and on all corners actually, um, and I have yet to break something, and that's saying something because I like breaking stuff because I tend to take risks when I fly so I can um, get better. But yeah, I'm relatively new here. I've been flying for about a month and a half now. So getting into a frame like this, guys, it's a stretched X. It's very fast. This thing is agile and fast. So if you're not used to something like this, I couldn't even fly it in the beginning. I built it, hovered it around, but I threw the FPV goggles on and I was a little bit scared of it. So I got some more practice and starting to be able to fly it now. But this one here, I have these older DYS motors that I had from my very first build, and I think these came out like a year ago, or yeah, a little even like a year and a half ago. But they're the DYS Race Edition 2205 2550 KVs Pros, I guess, but they still work just fine, and they're very fast. They have the hollow shaft here, and haven't had any issues yet. I'm running the DYS F4 Pro. This is the 4-in-1 ESC and the FC F4 FC that actually connects through those pins right there. And I soft mounted it to the at the very top there, and it's been working out pretty well. And then I have a tramp all the way under there. The tramp up to 600 milliwatt switchable. The dongle for the tramp is kind of hiding under here. And then the build looks great with just a straight 4-in-1 ESC. Obviously there's no room here for any kind of ESCs on the arms. And then for the camera, I'm running a Micro Swift 2. But as far as the frame goes, when you have props on here, it does kind of sit high. And not so much high, it's just because of the stretched X, the props end up getting a little bit too close. Here's a prop here that I beat up earlier. I throw it on here for you guys. You can see, get on there. You can see just how far it gets in front of the camera. And just wanted to point this out because I actually placed these in here to raise the camera so that I get even less prop. So imagine before the camera would be sitting about here instead of up there, and this prop would almost be like right in the middle of the screen. So being up this high, give you a side view, I am catching at the bottom. You guys will see in the video later, but it helps to bring it up. So sometimes people, I guess, don't mind it, but me, I'm new, so I don't know how to get past it yet. It distracts me quite a bit, so I did that. These are just some, I think these are crimps for cables that I got from Home Depot. And then I put a nylon nut standoff through there. I took some um, hex bolts and went all the way through and up. And then I took the stock um, micro swift mount, and it's just sitting right there. So it still has decent protection, because usually you're flying like this. Let me get this prop back off here. But as far as the frame goes, this is for your HD camera, like a Session 5 or a Runcam 3, I think they're called, or a Fox Hero box, which it comes included. It actually goes through the frame, and it's connected to this piece and this piece and this piece on both sides. So you could actually opt to remove this whole part and just basically run off the standoffs, and they have these two side pieces separately right here. So if you didn't want to have any kind of a mountable HD camera to put up there, you could lighten this up by dropping this. Take this would come completely off, and it would just lighten up the whole build. Not by too much, so I just opted to leave mine on. I'm using the Farvu, I guess you say that. I thought they were called Farvu for the longest time, but Farvu. This is the new little, I'm not sure how new, but it's the short stubby pagoda they have. Been working really good. I have 3 of them, and this whole build here, as far as everything in here, it's built basically, just fairly advanced, like midline. I could have gone with a smaller stack and all that, but like I said, I'm just a beginner, so this was my second build actually. Right here is something I want to point out. There is like zero real estate back here, so I'm not sure if they're just saving weight, but I would have liked this to come out because I barely had room for the whole build. If you can see sandwiched at the bottom there, I have the IA6C receiver, and it's between the 4-in-1 ESC right in there and the battery strap. So it's not getting squished, let's just say, but it's pretty snug in there. It really can't go anywhere. And right at the very top, the Tramp Immersion RC Tramp is double-sided taped to the top of this plate, so that it's not touching the flight controller. And you barely have room for anything. So it's not, I wouldn't say this is a beginner build, but it does fly very well. So just, yeah, I wanted to cover all that with you guys, and we'll get to some flight video. All in all, I really like it for the money. And by the way, I just noticed there's almost an exact copy of this on Amazon for $29.99 by somebody else. And I think I saw a different top standoff here. It has this another aluminum bar here with a little L that comes up to kind of hold your HD camera a little bit better. But other than that, it's the same, according to someone that did review it, left a review there on Amazon. It's the same measurements and all that all around. It just has a few extra, that extra standoff, and I think some of the little holes here are cut differently. So that's a pretty good option, $29 if I needed to replace this frame. It's readily available and cheap. And you guys can decide for yourselves what you think of the flight characteristics. For me, it is pretty much a beast. One thing I wanted to point out is I think it's the HGLRC 8 HJB or XJB 145. Not sure who copied who, but this is a very similar frame to that. And that one has been getting rave reviews as far as the flight characteristics. And this is basically the 5-inch version of it. I think the only difference is the HGLRC, that XJB 145, has a single bottom plate connected to the arms, and this actually has the arms, they're separate arms. And let me get this off of here so you guys can see before we end this. Right here in the middle, you can see that those are actually the 4 arms butted up on each other. So it holds these arms very securely. They can't go anywhere once they're in there, and they're held on by these 2 screws. But this one actually goes through the stack and the arms, whereas this is the main support for the screw. But yeah, this is what I use for sticking the battery on there. It works really good. But yeah, I'm trying to get you guys a good view of that. You can't really tell, but the 4 arms meet perfectly in the middle and kind of lock each other in, so it gives it more strength. Alright guys, these weird things here are just my antennas, because I wanted to get as much length as I could get out there. And the FlySky IA6C has super long antenna leads. But there you go. I hope you guys like the frame itself, and you let me know what you think of the flight characteristics, and we'll see you out there. Do some line of sight with the Nidici Black Pearl. See how it goes. Oh, by the way, these are the Cyclone 5050 tri-blade, of course. My favorite 5-inch prop so far. Let's see how they sound and how they perform. See how that how quiet they are. Just very smooth. Kind of scared to do a punch out with this thing because all my trees here, but do a quick one here. Yeah. This is the, whoa, let me back up. Ooh, almost ate it there. I think I need to put up the roll rates. Getting used to the little faster roll. I guess that's fairly fast, but I think that was 4 flips. Yeah, just getting to know when it's flat and stop the pitch roll, pitch forward, back, whichever way you're going. Yeah, and it becomes muscle memory, guys. It's what your eyes see and what your hands keep getting used to doing. You just keep flying. Got some mail. Hopefully we got some drone stuff. Oh yeah, there it is, guys. This is my YouTube thumbnail. My wife helped me design it, and became my thumbnail. on Instagram and on YouTube, of course, but check it out. This is a Hero 5 or Hero 6, same thing. That's gonna be the skin for the camera, and this is the skin, for the Karma drone. Look at that. Landing gear, battery, arms, and the remote. That's gonna be awesome. In for bliss. You guys can see this. Free shout out for decalgirl.com. That's where I got it.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions. Get to know